At the end of November, we travelled to Mallorca for the Olazabal Nadal Invitational. A special guest at the charity tournament was former golf writer and long-time head of Faldo Design, Nick Edmund, who had a remarkable story to tell.
3 weeks ago today, I had a major operation for head cancer. I'll just show you very briefly. That was unfortunately my second brush with cancer, but the surgeons greeted me when I came to with the words, "We've given you a new scalp, Mr. Edmund," which was maybe not what I wanted to hear, but nonetheless, it was a 9.5-hour operation. I spent 9 days in hospital. Really wanted to support this event. Jose Maria Olazabal and Rafa are obviously putting on for charity, and charity is very near to my heart at the moment. The scalp doesn't stop me playing golf, and that's mending well. The surgeons are very pleased with it, but yeah, where did the new scalp come from? A big graft of skin on my left thigh, but again, that, you know, I can tap away and it feels fine. Given it's only 3 weeks ago, pretty amazing. But perhaps more significantly, in a golfing perspective, I've got about an 11-inch scar right underneath my arm, all the way down my right side. That's where they took the sort of muscle tissue, and they, a bit like Humpty Dumpty, they put me back together again.
I have to say I'm really impressed about him, because he's going through tough times. He had brain surgery because of a cancer, and that was done 3 weeks ago, and he's made the effort to be here with us this week. So his spirit and his attitude is a true example to every one of us here. And on top of that, obviously, he's now really involved on the Foundations for Cancer.
It takes such great effort to then, just because you're suffering, to then do something for others. You're quite prepared to go and do something to raise money for the future. What a great, generous gesture. And through his love of walking and golf, decides to go off and wander around, well, I say wander in the bestest sense, you know, right across all around Ireland, a pretty serious walk, and it created great awareness.
Nick Edmund's commitment to cancer fundraising and awareness began before it even affected his own health.
The idea I had for Global-Golf4-Cancer, I actually had the idea about 5 years ago. The idea for golf clubs all around the world to be flying a special cancer awareness flag on their 4th hole. 4 is a big number for cancer, and of course it's a big number in golf. If you think there are 50 million golfers, 50,000 golf clubs around the world, each golf club has a 4th hole. Had the idea all ready to go, and then unfortunately I went down with neck cancer, quite serious neck cancer. This is about 3.5 years ago. But it did give me time to sort of think about the idea that I was putting forward. And so I set up Global-Golf4-Cancer to work with various very good cancer charities around the world. And that move forward, if you like, to this year. I was launching the charity with, launching the campaign with a walk all around the west coast of Ireland, where 40 golf clubs are flying the Global-Golf4-Cancer flag on their 4th hole. I've been calling into the 4th hole on this 2,000-kilometre trek, carrying this set of golf clubs on my back, playing just the 4th hole, delivering the flag, if you like, and I got halfway around. Then unfortunately I had a second, perhaps even more serious brush with cancer, and that's what I had radiotherapy in September, and unfortunately they didn't capture all of the cancer, and it had spread to various areas of my scalp, and so that was the 9.5-hour operation. My surgeons, when I sort of said that I was keen to come and support this event, they looked at me rather quizzically, shall we say.
And just 3 weeks after the latest operation, with his scars still healing, Nick was playing some tidy golf.
I'm amazed. I've actually, we're on the 4th hole, of course, and I'm just thrilled that my the Global-Golf4-Cancer 4 flag is fluttering here on the 4th green, but I actually birdied the 2nd and the 3rd. And if you ask me the last time I birdied 2 holes in a row, it was a long time ago, and I guess the secret is obviously swinging at 50%, because that's all I dare do.
Nick intends to complete the second half of his walk in Ireland early next year, and will continue to carry everything he needs for the trip in his trusty golf bag.
I'd love to tell you I had 14 golf clubs in my bag, but I only had 4 because of course 4 is the theme. But I promise you that the weight of the golf bag is about the weight of a typical golf bag on my walk, because It's really my mobile home for the past 2 months, in as much as I've got my clothing, I've got an iPad in there. I'm only playing one hole, I'm only playing the 4th hole when I call in at these golf clubs, so I've got to somehow contrive with a driver, a 4-iron, that will surprise you, a 9-iron and a putter, and try and make a 4 or better, who knows.
Of course, Olazabal's mentor, Seve Ballesteros, died of brain cancer, giving Nick a particularly strong link with his host in Mallorca.
Keeping up with the theme of 4, one of my plans is to do 4 walks with a set of golf clubs on my back to raise awareness for the campaign. And the 4th walk, I've said, will be El Camino. Now, I know that, you know, thousands of pilgrims around the world have walked El Camino, but I suspect I might be the first person to attempt it with a set of golf clubs on my back.
He's going to play the 4th hole on as many golf courses as he can, and on top of that he's going to do the Camino de Santiago walk. In order to do so, he has to go through San Sebastian, which is my hometown, and we've arranged hopefully everything, so whenever he does that walk, I will walk at least part of it with him. It's just an amazing man.
Clubs around the world can support Global Golf for Cancer by flying the flag on their 4th hole. The 4th of April next year is the big day Nick is aiming for to raise awareness, once he's got that unfinished business done in Ireland.
I'm a man on a mission. I'm just determined. My goal is to get, you know, golf clubs and golfers supporting this Global Golf for Cancer 4-flag campaign. And if you like, what's happened to me in the last 3 years has you know, in a perverse way, I guess, you know, strengthened the story, and my walk is again another chapter to it.